This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so this is the subflow which we created yesterday. So in this subflow, we created a decision shape. So from the decision shape, we used to refer the decision tree. Okay, so from the decision shape, you can use any of the decision rule, either it is decision tree or decision table, otherwise when rule, otherwise the manual expression, otherwise fork. So likewise, so we have the decision tree, and the decision tree which we created is return vehicle type. So this return vehicle type is returning 2, 3 or 4 based on the policy type which we will be selecting, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, otherwise 4. So in case if it is 2 or 3 or 4, so what we have done, if it returns 2, then it will call one flow action. If it is 3, it will go to some other flow action, and if it is 4, it will go to some other assignment. From the some other assignment, we used to refer the flow action. So here we called something called four-wheeler section. Okay, this is the flow action, and in case if it is returning 3, so we used to call three-wheeler flow action. Okay, three-wheeler flow action, and in case if it is 2, then from this assignment we used to call two-wheeler flow action. So likewise, so based on the return value from the decision tree, we used to move the flow further. Okay, so it is moving to the next assignment accordingly. Okay, and after completion of this subflow, then it goes to the main flow. So in the main flow, how we referred this subflow? So in the main flow, we referred the subflow through the shape called subflow itself. Okay, we have something called subprocess. So through the subprocess, we can refer the subflow in the main flow. Okay, so here this is the subprocess. So first we included all the shapes directly, all these shapes directly in the main flow, but later we felt that okay, here the shapes are getting more, so we grouped few of the shapes into one of the subprocess, means one of the subflow. Okay, so after completion of the subflow, then it is moving to the next assignment accordingly. Okay, so this is what we implemented yesterday, and today what I would like to tell you is, okay, we have something called flow action, right? Okay, so each and every assignment refers to the flow action, right? Each and every assignment refers to the flow action. So here we have 3 assignments. So here the first assignment refers to the two-wheeler flow action. Okay, and the second assignment refers to the three-wheeler flow action. Three-wheeler flow action, and the last assignment refers to the four-wheeler flow action. Okay, four-wheeler flow action. So likewise, we used to refer the flow actions. Okay, now these flow actions purpose is what? What is the purpose of these flow actions? So the main purpose of the flow action is to finish the assignment and move to the next assignment. So the flow will be goes further. So based on the flow action only. So that means here it is starting the flow, and once after starting the flow, here it is executing the utility, and after that here it is first displaying the policy details. Okay, it is displaying the policy details flow action. Okay, so this is the flow action of name policy details, and after the policy details, based on the condition, again it is moving to the next assignment. Okay, based on the assignment, it is moving to the next assignment. Okay, so here now what I said, so the flow action purpose is mainly moving from one assignment to the another assignment, so that the flow will be goes further. Now what I want to do is, here we have various types of the flow actions. Okay, so mainly two types of the flow actions are there. Okay, mainly two types of the flow actions. So those two types of the flow actions are like local action and connector action. And how exactly we can create these types of the flow actions? Okay, how we can configure a flow action as a local action, otherwise connector action, and what is the difference between those two types of the flow actions? Okay, what is the difference between those two types of the flow actions? So let me go to the main flow. Okay, from the main flow, I'm going to run the flow. Run. So when you run this, okay, what it is showing when you run the main flow. So what is the flow action which it is displaying? Can someone guess? What is the first flow action which we are displaying? We connected to the flow in the flow. Tell me, what did we have it?
Policy details.
Exactly. So when you run the main flow, okay, as part of the main flow, the immediate next shape is, after starting, the immediate next shape is subprocess. So subprocess refers to the what? Policy details subflow. Okay, and from the policy details subflow, once after executing the utility, it is going to the policy details subflow. Okay, so here this connector is referring to the policy details flow action. Okay, so when you run the flow, the very first flow action it is displaying the policy details flow action. Okay, so after completing the policy details flow action, okay, that means after entering the value, okay, after entering the value, and so when I select the submit button, so where it goes, what will be the next flow action which it is going to display? The next flow action,
Customer details.
no,
Condition will be, decision will
exactly,
be taken.
super. So the condition will be executed. So what is the condition? So as part of the condition, through the decision tree, okay, this decision tree, we are going to checking the policy type, whether it is two-wheeler or three-wheeler or four-wheeler or something else. Okay, so now what I selected? Four-wheeler. Okay, after means if it is not two-wheeler or three-wheeler, it will return four. Okay, so it is returning four as part of the subflow. So it is coming to the four. Okay, so as the 4 is true, it is not going to execute second and third. And after executing the fourth one, as part of this assignment, it is going to call which assignment, which flow action? Four-wheeler flow action. Okay, here the flow action is the four-wheeler flow action. So let me see whether it will go to the four-wheeler, otherwise something else. So let's submit. So obviously it should go to the four-wheeler only as part of the condition. Yes, we got the four-wheeler flow action. So this is the section it contains. Okay, so that means always the flow action is finishing the current assignment and moving to the next assignment. Okay, always it is finishing the current assignment and moving to the next assignment. So in case if you have the different flow actions as I said, so what is the kind of this flow action right now which we included? So this four-wheeler section, okay, is referring to the which flow action. So how we can open that flow action? So as I said, we have various options. Okay, either you can go to App Explorer, otherwise you can open from here itself. Okay, so in this flow action, okay, we will be having the option. Okay, we will be having the option to select how exactly you want it to work. Okay, so that will be there under the actions tab. Okay, under the actions tab. Okay, in the flow actions tab. Okay, so here we have something called used as local and connector. Okay, used as local and connector. So that means it can work either as a local action, otherwise an connector action. In case if you want to act as only local action, okay, then you can select local action. Otherwise, if you want to act as only connector action, you can select connector action. Otherwise, if you want to act as both, like local as well as connector, then you can have it as a local and connector. Okay, so right now by default it is going to selecting as a local and connector. Okay, local and connector. Okay, so that is the reason why here when you refer through the assignment, okay, when you refer through the assignment, okay, so from the assignment connector we have selected, so this will be acted as a connector flow action. When you apply the flow action to the connector, it will be act as a connector action. Okay, so what is a local action? So there are, again, if you want, you can create your own local action. Otherwise, there are predefined local actions also available, which you can use for your purpose. Okay, so how exactly we can add this local action? Connector actions we are applying through the connector itself. These are the connectors actually, right? So these are the various connectors. But even though these are the various connectors, can I select the flow action for this connector? Is there any option to select the connector action? Is there any option to select the flow action? Here it is a specification category. Here it is set properties. And here it is condition type and then results. But we don't have the option to select the flow action. But whereas here we have the option to select the flow action. Here only we selected the flow action. So what could be the reason? Why we are not able to select from this connector and why we are able to select from this connector? Think general. There is nothing much to deep think. Here it is a condition, okay, which returning through the decision tree. Okay, so based on the condition, okay, we will be moving to the assignment. So always the condition will be having the connectors to refer the return values. Okay, always the condition shape will be having the connectors to return the values either from the decision tree or otherwise decision table. Okay, but whereas the connectors which are connected to the assignment shape will be referring the flow actions. Okay, even here also we can select the flow action, but again here we cannot select the flow action. Why? Because this is the utility shape. Okay, only the assignments which is referring to the connectors will be referring the flow actions. Those flow actions also, what kind of the flow actions? Either it should be the local and connector flow action, otherwise only connector flow action. Clear or any doubt? Okay, yeah. So as I said, the next one is the local action. So where we can select the local action, if we are able to select the connector actions, connector flow actions from the assignment connector, where we can select the local actions, means at the assignment level itself. Okay, when you open the assignment properties, okay, so here you will be having the option to select the local actions. See, if you scroll down, here you will be seeing something called local actions. Okay, so here if you remove these and if you press the down arrow, you will be seeing all the local actions, and along with that if you want to see the predefined, so select more so that you will be seeing more of other local actions. Okay, so in this, in case while I am entering the policy details, okay, while I am entering the policy details, Okay, I may have to attach some of the emails, otherwise some of the documents related to the address proof, otherwise his salary details. Okay, so likewise, otherwise his bike registration documents. So those things, if you want to attach, okay, then what we can do, we have a predefined local action created by Pega. So that is the add attachments. Okay, so this is called a OOTB, local action. Okay, add attachments. Okay, submit. Okay, save it. So here I have the flow action which I created, and at the same time I also applied the flow action like add attachments. Okay, so now if you run the flow, so where exactly we can see this add attachments? Let me go through that. Customer details, actions, and then run. Okay, so as usual we got the policy details only. Then where is the add attachments flow action? So that the local actions we can see under the actions menu here. So when you click on this button actions, then we can see the list of the local actions which we have applied at the assignment level. See here, add attachment. Okay, this is the one which I have added at the assignment. So, and there are other things also. Okay, by default it will come. Okay, but the local action which we applied at the assignment, we can see it here. So I'm selecting add attachments. So now it is going to override this policy details. Okay, it is going to override this policy details with the add attachments local action. Okay, see, this is the add attachments local action. Okay, in this add attachments local action, if you want to, you can drag and drop any of the file. Okay, otherwise you can browse the file here. Okay, you can browse the file here. So select the browse. Okay, you can create any of the file, and again you can attach it here. New text document. Okay, attachment test file. Okay, so now I'm going to attach it here. So you see here the description category, it is a file, and again the file location, it is coming here. Okay, and then if you select submit, okay, so after click on submit, so it is going to attach the file, and later again it will return to the policy details only. Okay, it is written to the policy details only. So you see here attachments file, it has been attached here, okay, to the work object, and then it is moving to the same, flow action. So as part of the flow, okay, as part of the flow here, when you open it, okay, when you go to the add attachments local action, and even after completion of that attachments execution, still it will be in the same flow action. It will be referring to the same assignment. Okay, so when we will go further, only on click of the submit button on the policy details. Why? Because this is the connector action, but whereas add attachments is the local action. So local action, even after completing the process, still it will be at the same assignment level. So as it is on the same assignment level, so the flow action which it is referring to, the same flow action will be displayed to the user. Still it is on the policy details. Okay, so here now if you select submit, So based on the policy type again, it will move to the next flow action. Okay, so now we got to the two-wheeler flow action. Okay, so go to the actions, and here now are we able to see the add attachments local action? No. Why I am not able to see that local action here? Prabhu, Satish or Prashant?
Did not add to the connector.
So here we have applied, okay, we have applied the local action, that is add attachments at this assignment level. Okay, for this assignment, okay, under this local actions, we have applied add attachments. Okay, so that is the reason why you are able to see this add attachments local action. Okay, but whereas once it is moving to the two-wheeler flow action here, so for this assignment I did not apply any add attachments local action. See here it doesn't contain any of the local actions, so that is the reason why you are not able to see that local action here. So are you clear? So the local action to which assignment you have applied, when you are running the flow, for that assignment level only you can see that local action. Okay, and you cannot see that local action at all the places. So if you want to see at each and every assignment level, so then what you have to do? You have to open each and every assignment properties. Okay, you have to open each and every assignment properties, and then you need to apply that local action. Okay, but here I have 4, maybe I can add it. But in case if I have 10 assignments, like here, as I said that, okay, earlier we had all these 4 assignments also in the customer details. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 here, again 4 here. So totally 8 assignments was in the same flow. So if you want to apply that local action for all the 8 assignments, you need to go to each and every assignment and you need to apply the local action. So which is like a time consuming. Okay, so that is the reason why I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste that much amount of time just for adding the local action for all the assignments in the flow. Okay, so in that case what we can do means, okay, we have flow action level. Okay, we have flow level local actions. Okay, so we have flow level local actions. Here we go. In the design tab, we have something called add local actions. So likewise here, as many number of the local actions if you want, you can apply. Okay, so right now I want to apply. Go to more and then add attachments. So I only want to add only one local action. Okay, so give that and then save it. So now if you run the flow, so right now I am at the policy details. So here you can see the local action, that is add attachments. Now from the policy details, select the submit button. So now you go to the two-wheeler flow action. So in the two-wheeler flow action also you should be able to see under the actions menu. It's not getting. Okay, why it is not getting? Submit it. Now I am on the customer details flow action. So here again I am getting add attachments, and here if you submit it, so here in the customer details search, okay, So here also you have the add attachments. And here if you submit, okay. Now this is one more customer search we have added. Here also we have add attachments. Okay. So here we have something called where am I. In case if you select this where am I, so what exactly it will show you means, it will display the flow, and in the flow where exactly you are now. Okay, that means in which flow action right now you are, it will be displayed here. That is called where am I. So right now where I am in this flow. Yeah, see here. In this flow, so the sub process completed, this customer details also completed. Here also the populates are branch also completed, and this customer details also completed. Right now I am at the last assignment. Okay, right now, sorry, after this we have one more also. Right now I am here. So after this we have something called vehicle details. Let's see. So submit. So vehicle details. So here also can we able to see these add attachments? Yes, here also we have this add attachments. Okay, that means only at the second assignment it was not showing at the two-wheeler flow action. Why it is not showing only for the two-wheeler flow action, and in all other assignments we are able to see the add attachments. So what could be the reason?
For subflow, it is not showing.
Nice. So we applied this for the customer details flow. Okay, under the customer details flow we have given add attachments. So for the assignments, so for the assignments in this flow it will be applied, but not for the subflow. Okay, not for the subflow. But whereas we are able to see the add attachments for the first assignment in the subflow. Why? Because here we have applied at the assignment level. We have applied that local action at the assignment level. So that is the reason why only for the first one, okay, only for the first assignment you are able to see, and the second assignment you are not able to see it. So in case, even here also, even in the subflow also, if you want to apply this local action for all the four assignments, then here also you can go to the design. Under the design you can add the add attachments. Like this, save it. Now if you run the flow, so even for the subflow for four the assignments, and even in the main flow also we have applied. So even in the main flow also for the four assignments you can see that add attachments local actions. So whether you are two-wheeler referring or three-wheeler referring or four-wheeler, so you should contain the second one also. Let me see that. Yes, actions, and then see. For the previous work object we were not able to see this. Okay, but now for the new one we are able to see the add attachments even at the two-wheeler or three-wheeler or four-wheeler assignment also. So this is called local action, and again the connector flow action. Okay, local action either we can apply at the assignment level, okay, by going to the each and every assignment. Otherwise we can apply through the flow action, sorry, the complete flow level by going to the design tab. So is everyone clear? Local action and connector action. So the local action means even after completion of the processing of the local action, still it will be referring to the same assignment. Okay, and whereas if it is the connector action, after finishing this assignment, After finishing this flow action, it will further move to the next flow action. Okay, it will move to the next assignment level flow action. Like this. But if it is add attachments local action, always you will be referring to the same flow action only. Again, it will come back to the customer details FA. From here, if I add the attachment, from here again it will come to the customer details, customers display FA only. Okay. So that is called a local and flow action. Now the next one, can I go ahead? Hello? Can I go ahead to the next topic or any queries?
Yes, you can proceed.
Yeah, okay. Now the next thing is called circumstance. Okay, the next topic is called a circumstancing rules. So what do you mean by circumstancing? Okay, generally what do you mean by circumstance? In general life also we used to say based on the circumstance we need to go ahead, we need to do our job like that. Okay, we will be telling, right? So based on the circumstance we have to further process. Okay, so sometimes when I want to go to some other city. Okay, so if the bus is available, I will be going by bus. If the bus is not available, I will be going by train or something like that. So based on the circumstances, we are going to be further taking the decisions. So in the same way here also, for taking the decision, till now we have used something called decision tree or decision table. Okay, so here in this decision tree, so based on the condition, okay, it is going to return the value, and based on the return value, I am further moving accordingly. Okay, I am further moving accordingly. So to implement the same thing, we have circumstance feature also. Okay, we have something called circumstance feature also. So how can you apply this circumstance feature? Okay, how can you apply this circumstance feature? Means here totally how many flow actions we have? For two-wheeler, one flow action, right? For two-wheeler, one flow action, and for three-wheeler, one flow action, and for four-wheeler, one flow action. Okay, but out of these three flow actions, what exactly is the difference? Out of all the three flow actions in user interface, what exactly we had the difference? Okay, if it is two-wheeler, okay, so in the next two-wheeler flow action, we are going to displaying the brands based on the two-wheelers. Okay, two-wheeler vehicles are like, okay, Splendor Plus, Pulsar and Bajaj, something like that. Okay, but if you selected three-wheeler, so this drop down will be different. And if it is four-wheeler, okay, the values in the four-wheeler drop downs were different. Okay, so only one of the drop down is different and all others are same. In this scenario also, okay, to implement for creating these three flow actions, okay, for creating these three flow actions, okay, we can apply something called circumstancing. Okay, so how exactly we can do this circumstancing? I will show you. In the App Explorer, so let me open all my flow actions. Okay, so where we will be having the flow actions? Under the process category. Okay, flow action. Okay, so here we have two-wheeler, three-wheeler, and again four-wheeler flow actions. So now to implement this, okay, there are various ways again. So just for the sake of one drop down, okay, we created three flow actions. Okay, we created three flow actions. So the next one is, okay, as I said, here we have something called when you save as. Okay, when you want to save as. Okay, along with the save as option, okay, we have something called specialized by circumstance. Generally, when you do save as, what we will do, we will be changing the name. Okay, even in the last session also, okay, we just saved as the two-wheeler to three-wheeler and three-wheeler to four-wheeler. So we just renamed it. Okay, we just renamed it from 2 to 3 and then we created a new flow action. Okay, we created a new flow action. So instead of renaming it and creating a new one, okay, what exactly we can do is we can do the save as circumstance. Okay, save as circumstance. Okay, specialize, save as, specialized by circumstance. So here, as usual, along with the flow action name, label, and again identifier the context. If you see this, we have something called circumstance by template or circumstance by property and date. Okay, circumstance by template and circumstance by property and date. So first we will discuss about the circumstance by property and date. And here we need to select the property and we need to select the value. So based on what you wanted to decide the flow to be displayed. Okay, based on what you wanted to display the flow accordingly. Okay, so here instead of doing for the two-wheeler flow action, what I want to do is for the circumstancing, I would like to implement the functionality little new. Okay, I would like to start it from new like that. Okay, here it will be something like a confusion for you. Okay, if it is having two-wheeler again, something like that. Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to have a functionality with little new. I will do that. Okay, let me start. For achieving the same functionality, but instead of having these flow actions, what I want to do, I want to do it in a different way. Okay, so create a new flow action. Vehicle insurance. Okay, vehicle insurance. Okay, and then create and open. Okay, so here generally we will be selecting the section for displaying the flow action. Okay, the values, the properties which you want to display in this flow action, we will be selecting the section. Okay, yeah, we will do that in a while. Okay, now do the save as of it. Okay, do the save as of it, but do save as by circumstance. Okay, so keep the same name. In general, it will not allow you to create the flow action with the same name, but this time it will accept it. Okay, but this time it will accept it. Why? Because here it is taking circumstance and through the property. So here the property. Okay, earlier in the decision table, what we use, if the policy type equal to two-wheeler, okay, this we have done, right? So now we will be using the same in the circumstance. Dot policy type equal to two-wheeler. Okay, policy type equal to two-wheeler. Okay, then only I want to run this flow action like this. Okay, if the policy type equal to two-wheeler, then only I want to perform this. Create and open. So in the two-wheeler flow action, okay, what we are going to refer? What is the section we are going to have for the two-wheeler? Select the section of the two-wheeler. Two-wheeler insurance section. Save it. Okay. Now again, go to the main flow action. Save as by circumstancing. So again, based on the property, okay, and again the property will be referring to the same thing, policy type. Okay, the value this time it is three-wheeler. So in this three-wheeler flow action, we are going to refer the section which is referring to the three-wheeler vehicle insurance details. So here refer the three-wheeler. Save it. Now again go to the base flow action. Again do the save as, specialize by circumstance. So again refer the same property for the property and date. Okay, and then we need to select the property as a policy type. So which will be referring to the four-wheeler. Okay, so in the property we will be having either at the property level. Okay, along that you can also have date property in case if it is some date property. Okay, you can select the start date and end date. Okay, so in the date property, based on the value which you select, okay, if it is in between these two, then only this will be executed, this flow action will be fired. But right now we are not referring any date, we are referring only to the property level. So if the property will be having two-wheeler, we are going to have the two-wheeler section and again three-wheeler section. Okay, in the same way for the four-wheeler, we are going to have the four-wheeler section. So like that, okay, I created total how many number of the flow actions? There are 4 flow actions. So one is the base and the other one is referring to the two-wheeler and the third one is referring to the three-wheeler and the fourth one referring to the four-wheeler. So like that I created total 4 flow actions. Save it. Now after we got total 4 flow actions, so how we can refer it? Okay, how we can call it from the flow? Okay, so we need to modify the existing flow. Okay, we need to modify the existing flow. So what is the existing flow? This is the one. So after coming out from the policy details flow action, okay, in the policy details flow action, we are going to select the value, whether it is two-wheeler, three-wheeler or four-wheeler from the drop down. So after that, okay, here we had something called decision tree. Now this decision tree and all not required. Okay, this decision tree and all not required. So remove it. Okay, so delete all the connectors which are coming from the decision shape. And even we need not have these many number of the flow actions also. We will be only referring to the one flow action. So the very easy method is, okay, just have one assignment. Okay, so just have one assignment with one connector. This one connector should be referring to the what? It should be referred to the vehicle insurance. Select vehicle insurance. Okay, which is the base one. Okay, vehicle insurance 1, 2, 3 total everything we have, but here we will be referring only vehicle insurance. That's it. Save it. Now go to the main flow. Okay, from the main flow, run the flow again. Actions, run. I did the changes in the sub process, so I only saved the sub process. You need not save the main flow every time. Run. Okay, so as usual, you will be getting the first two flow action as a policy details. Okay, so select two-wheeler or three-wheeler or four-wheeler and see what exactly you will be seeing. Three-wheeler and then select submit button. Okay, see what exactly you got? Three-wheeler vehicle. Okay, you got three-wheeler vehicle. But whereas if you select four-wheel, let me open from the Chrome. Two-wheeler only. So for the two-wheeler, you are getting Splendor Plus. Okay, and in case if you have so for the four-wheeler, you are getting Maruti, Audi, and Honda. Likewise, you are getting. So how it is performing this action? I don't have any decision table, I don't have any decision tree, and I don't have any flow update with all these things like this. Okay, so even in the subflow, I don't have any decision rule, but still it is working accordingly. It is working fine. See, this is a subflow which it is executing. No decision shape at all. Okay, but it is working fine. How exactly it is working? So how exactly it is working means here even in the process, if you see the flow actions, okay, so how many vehicle insurance we have? Only one vehicle insurance flow action is there. So totally how many we created? How many vehicle insurance flow actions we created? How many guys? Total we have created 4. So one is the default one. Okay, and after that we did save as by circumstance, like that we have done total 3 more we have done. So along with the base we have total 3. So total 4 vehicle insurance flow actions we have created. So how you can see that means here you have something called expand. So when you expand it, you can see that you see here. So this is a base one, and along with that policy type equal to two-wheeler. Then in the two-wheeler we refer to this two-wheeler insurance section, and if it is three-wheeler we refer to three-wheeler insurance section. Okay, and if it is four-wheeler we included four-wheeler insurance section. Okay, so like that, if you apply the circumstancing, the main feature of the Pega is like, okay, always automatically, okay, when it reaches to this flow action in the flow, okay, so when it reaches to this flow action, okay, it will be referring the circumstancing property. Okay, even though you have given vehicle insurance, okay, even though you have given vehicle insurance, okay, always it will check if it has any circumstancing property references. So if it is having any of the circumstancing property references, it will go to that particular property and it will check that the condition. Okay, it will check the condition. So and based on the condition, it will be displaying that particular flow action. Okay, so here we can see, and here how can you see that? So whether it is the base version, otherwise circumstancing, where you can see that means, okay, even in the header itself, okay, we can see that in general you will be only seeing this available for the rules along with the rule type, okay, along with the flow rule type, okay, the name, and then you will only see that available. But whereas for the circumstancing rules, okay, along with available, it will also show you that circumstance. And when you click on the circumstance, then okay, it will show you that which condition it is applied. This is a base version. We did not apply any condition. Whereas for this, okay, if you click on the circumstance, you see the property, it is based on the property type, it is two-wheeler. So only if this condition true, then only it will display this two-wheeler section, it will display this flow action. Okay, whereas if you go to the other one, okay, here also you can see that the circumstance it is three-wheeler, and the other one, the circumstancing it is four-wheeler, like this. So the flow is very easy to understand. Okay, earlier we had these many number of the decision shapes in the subflow. Okay, and based on the connectors from the subflow, we used to have the various number of the assignments and then refer the various number of the flow actions. But this time the flow is very simple. I selected this like a just one flow action, vehicle insurance, and but when it is displaying the flow action, automatically it will check the condition, and based on the condition it will display that particular flow action. So one flow action will be worked as a 4 flow actions. Okay, one flow action will be worked as a 4 flow actions. That is the thing. So clear or any doubts? No answer. So I'm taking it as a granted. Okay, so granted, and I'm moving further. So this is called a circumstancing single property validation. Okay, single property condition checking. So as I said, okay, when you are doing the save as of this, okay, we used to see the template. Okay, so while creating the circumstancing, okay, so by default, even it is going to be selecting the template rule. Okay, and again definition. So what is this template and definition? And when you select this property and date, okay, can you apply more than one property conditions here? We can apply one normal property and we can apply one date property. But if you want to apply more than one conditions, okay, and based on that, if you want to display this fluorescent, how you can display that? You can display through the templates. Okay, that you can display through the templates. So how exactly you can create these templates? Okay. Where is that template? Circumstancing template and decision data model reports security. Yeah. So it's there under the technical category. Okay, that is something called circumstance template and then circumstance definition. Okay, so template is like a normal template. Generally, even if you see that, okay, in our real life scenario also, we used to have the templates and definitions. Okay, so through the template, we can create the template. So once after creating the template, that means in the template, we are just specifying that, okay, for which properties you wanted to apply it. Policy template. Okay, so here we will only refer the properties to which you wanted to apply. Like I wanted to apply the template based on the branch code and again based on the policy type. Okay, so save it. Now create technical and then definition. So while creating the definition rule, it will ask you that the template name based on what you want to create it. So policy template, create and open. So now as we already defined the properties in the template, so it will ask you that, okay, so the branch code what and again policy type is what. Okay, branch code is something called JDM and policy type, okay, something called two-wheeler. Okay, add one more and so KPHB and it is like a three-wheeler. Okay, save it. So in the template, we defined the properties based on which properties you wanted to apply the condition. And in the definition, based on which value of those properties you wanted to work on it. And while creating the flow action, okay, we need to select the template. Okay, let me create the new one. Okay, why? Because after selecting this new, I have created this template and all. The rule already has a circumstance property defined. Okay. Yeah, the reason is, okay, based on single property, we defined the flow actions. So now we cannot apply the template. Okay, for the same flow action, which it is already having the property wise, we cannot apply the template. Okay, so let's have the different one. Let's open any other flow action like customer details only. Specialized by circumstance. Okay. Like this. So now this is circumstance based on the template. Okay, so based on the template. So in the template, in the definition, policy definition, okay, based on the values which it will come earlier, so it is going to decide and it is going to work accordingly. It is going to display the flow action accordingly. Okay, that is called circumstance. Single value, single property circumstancing. If the single property circumstancing, directly we can refer it. Whereas if you want to apply the multi-value circumstancing, then we need to create a template rule, and then we need to create the definition rule, and then those template and definition we need to be selecting while creating any of the rule. Okay, so this circumstancing not only for the flow action, and we can apply for other rules also, like for the activity, like for the flow. Okay, so we can apply for various rules this circumstancing. Okay, so clear or any doubts? So if no doubts, then we can wind up for the day. Let's meet tomorrow. Okay, yeah, have a good day. Bye.